Hey, it's John and Mike, brew-toots.com, and we have a SMaSH beer that we're trying out because we like to really do in practice hop tasting and have a better understanding of hop profiles and aromas and flavors. This week we are I did a SMaSH beer with Motueka hops, a New Zealand variety. I almost said New England variety, and that's just wrong. New Zealand variety, and if you've caught our other SMaSH videos, you'll probably know the scene. I take an ounce of hops, and I do a 1 gallon SMaSH of a recipe where it's just American 2-row, 2 pounds of it, and then I mash that at about 150 degrees Fahrenheit, and then run that off, boil it, and then I add the hops at different times of that boil. Once a quarter of an ounce at 60 minutes, then a quarter of an ounce at 15, and then another quarter of an ounce at flame out. Let it kind of sit in there, percolate a little bit, and then I dry hop with the last quarter of an ounce. With 3 days to go in primary fermentation, and with a gallon it's about a week. So that's that. So this is how we do it. We brew it, we taste it. I'll let Mike talk about what he's tasting and what he's smelling, and then I look at my profile that I wrote on the blog, and we'll see how close it gets to the professional descriptors of this hop.
I get like just on the aroma. The aroma right now is fairly subtle. I get a little bit of pine. I get a little bit of I might get a little bit of like a green melon, not like sweet, but just kind of like green melon rind. But I definitely get a sort of like just a nondescript vegetal quality out of the aroma. The flavor kind of follows suit. It's I definitely get pine. I get a subtle citrus, but it's not sweet citrus. I would think at higher levels, there's definitely the potential for like a real dankness. It's pretty, I think, resiny on the back of my palate.
Stay with the citrus. I'm going to lead you a little bit. Stay with the citrus thought. And which citrus fruit are you leaning towards? Tangerine?
Clementines, I mean.
Seriously?
I mean.
Are you just fooling around?
Well.
See, I shouldn't have said that. See, I just don't know, like I should actually clarify.
I'm so impressionable. I'm just.
No, you are, but I'm just, what I'm saying is, are you just fooling around because tangerine was the first thing that came to your head and you thought that'd be funny to say?
No. It's again, it's not. There's not like a sweet fruit character. I get more of like just a citric acid type quality from it.
Okay.
I can't really. I'm not going to pin it down as being grapefruity. It's more of like the pith. I would really give it more of an orange type of pith.
Okay.
Than not the fruity, sweeter part of it per se. Certainly not as fruity from a sweeter tasting quality like some of the other hops we've tried.
Cool.
I do think that in higher quantities with some other bittering hops, you could really use this to help drive the dankness, almost sort of like a Simcoe or something. Yeah. Okay. That's my take.
That's your take. Okay. Do you want to know more about?
I want to know more about the Motueka hops.
So, the first thing is it was originally named Belgian Saz.
Oh.
Saz. That's because they were bred with these parents, a combination of Saz and 1/3, and then 2 different New Zealand varieties. So, do you detect any spiciness?
Well, there's definitely. I was gonna say maybe that vegetal-ish quality is like an earthiness.
Right.
I definitely. When you said Saz, then I sort of picked up on the sense of that, both in aroma and flavor. It's kind of that vegetal quality. It might be more of like an earthy, noble character.
Yep. This name was shortened to B-Saz because they aren't really from Belgium.
Oh.
So they didn't want marketplace confusion. That was renamed Motueka. Now let us know if I'm pronouncing that right. If you're from New Zealand, you know the town.
Are these grown in New Zealand?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're named after a town in New Zealand, which is near the town of Rewaka, which is another
Rewaka.
Rewaka. Okay, so in terms of aroma, it's supposed to have like a noble hop aroma. Maybe that's what we were talking about.
Earthiness.
Earthy, vegetal.
Vegetal, yeah.
Citrus, tropical fruit notes. Lemon, lime with the spiciness of SMaSH. That's what I wrote.
Lemon lime.
From what all the descriptors
Yeah,
are
I
saying
mean,
out there.
to be honest with you, like lemon lime, I think most of the time we think of that as just pithy. I mean, lime is pretty unique citrus flavor,
Yeah.
but I could definitely just get like that citrus pithy quality.
So I had a bottle of this before I brought it over last week. And I didn't read this until tonight. Reread it, that is. And that was this guy was pulling out lemon from that. When you were talking citrus, I wanted to see if you were tasting the same thing. But if you were like orange, see, orange pith to me is a little bit more
Still
robust.
have a sweet like
Yeah.
fruit quality to it. Yeah. No, I mean I can definitely see some lemon in here. It's not lemony. It's not like citrus. It's not like
No, it's not that, but it just
It's
that was
subtle.
like the one note that was coming out to me with everything else that's going on with it. It's funny. I wrote for typical usage, pitched as a dual-purpose hop. I said it could make an interesting single hop brew.
You know, it has
Okay.
all the qualities to. I mean,
Yeah.
it does. I mean, it's not like blow your mind interesting.
Yeah.
But it's dank. It's bitter. The bitterness is strong compared to some of those other hops we've had, which will really probably shine better as flavor and aroma hops.
Yep.
But this hop definitely has some bittering quality to it. It'd be interesting to like blow out the dry hop, like go with like a full ounce in the small batch or 2 ounces,
Yeah.
you know, or go to on a 5-gallon batch, put like 4 ounces of dry hop, and you'd really probably pick up on those notes a little bit more. Because a lot of
Certainly
how
for
we
the
perceive
aroma.
these things are
Yeah.
also based
Yeah.
on the levels that we're using them at too, right?
Yeah, but I think I mean my thought was try to get a full spectrum. You know, have it a
Yeah.
part of your bittering, and then have some flavor, and then have try to get it in the aroma as much as
Yeah.
you can.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, there's a lot of ways to do hop profiling. Maybe in some ways, SMaSH brewing isn't the best way to do it. Because I could see brewing a beer with like a Magnum or Warrior to bitter, and then just loading up in the last 2 minutes of the boil with like 4 ounces of the hop you want to check out.
Yep.
And you'd get a sense of what it tastes like and what it smells like from there. But then if for some reason you want to see if it could bitter, which you could just do a 60-minute
boil
thing and see
on that.
what it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and
Certainly.
doing some of the ones we've had side by side that way, and kind of boiling off the flavor and aroma compounds would be interesting too. But hops, I think that for the most part, bittering qualities in hops are pretty well. You do get a little flavor carryover from certain varieties, but I think a lot of the best IPAs today are being made with a clean bittering charge and then really loading the other end with.
Sure.
Or certainly that's the way hops are being bred.
Yep.
They're being bred for that flavor and aroma thing.
Mm.
So,
Yep. So I think that, the end goal really of all these SMaSH tastings is so you can get right off the bat, maybe first-hand experience of how the hops present themselves to us. Because again, as a home brewer, I read a ton of information, and I get information from all these sources, and that was kind of the basis of writing posts about hop profiling. But I had one last thing that I had to do, which was really like my own experience with the hop, and that has to do with buying some hops and actually brewing with them,
Yeah.
and then tasting it and saying, this is what I think, because that's really the round experience. You can get all kinds of points of view from lots of people,
Yeah.
and then it finally comes down to you to try to fill that out and get the full spectrum of the experience of the hop. So hopefully we can just be like a first-hand experience, not just text on a web page, but two dudes drinking beer telling you what we perceive of the hops,
Yeah.
from not only aroma but the taste, and present it to you as a point of information to help you make decisions on the next time you brew, especially if you're making big hoppy beers. Maybe this complements a hop variety that you know very well, like, oh, okay, lemon lime. Maybe I'll try that with this variety that I know very well and see how that complements it. Anyway, that's why I'm doing it. I'm trying to help.
I think it's good. I think it's great.
I'm trying. For John and Mike, brew-dudes.com, brew on.
Cheers.